Flat sharing.
Flat sharing is really, really important, especially if this is the first time that you've ever flat shared, because there's a number of stages that you need to go through when you're flat sharing, from the beginning all the way to when you hand over the keys back at the end.
You're moving out of your parents' home, and this is the first time you might be sharing a flat or a house with multiple other people that are already there. Maybe you're friends, maybe they're not. It can be an exciting time, but there are a few things that you need to make sure you're ticking before you sign on a dotted line that binds you into a contract.
The first thing you need to do is you need to view the property before you sign anything. So many people just see something online and then they decide that's where they're going to move to. Do not do that. What you need to be doing is going to the flat, checking it out, having a little look around. Is everything all in place? Are there any damages within the flat? Is it a place where you think that you would be happy?
So please don't believe the pictures. Go in person, actually check out everything, and note down any problems that exist right there. Make sure you're also happy with the people that are currently there if you're not going to be living with your own friends.
Once you've had a look around and you're happy, then it's down to legalities. This is when you get the paperwork. You need to check through what the expectations are of your landlord. Do be aware that landlords do have to follow some rules themselves.
For example, they need to give you privacy and not just show up unannounced. And they also need to put your deposit in a secure hold. This is the most important thing for you to think about.
Are you doing single tenancy or are you doing joint tenancy?
There are two types of contracts that you might be able to get into. One is called a sole tenancy and the other one is called a joint tenancy. A sole tenancy is where there's one person responsible for everything that happens in the flat, even if you're sharing. This one person is a lead tenant, they are responsible for everything.
With joint tenancy, you are sharing it with other people. So if you're sharing with your friend and your friend isn't paying their part of the bargain or they're not paying their bills, it then becomes your responsibility.
So you need to make sure you're happy and can trust everybody that you're going to be staying with, that they will uphold the contracts.
Once you've done this, you have an inventory. The inventory is really, really important, because if there's anything missing off that inventory or anything that has been damaged beforehand that is not placed on that inventory, you will be held responsible and you have to pay for it. Some of these things are not cheap.
The reason for this is they will do an inventory when you hand the keys back, and if something doesn't look right, they are legally allowed to charge you for it, whether it's your fault or not.
And then when you leave, make sure the place is tidy. Make sure everything is cleaned properly. Make sure anything that was broken before has been replaced properly. Otherwise, you will be held responsible, and those prices can hit into the thousands.
So look in every corner and look under everything.
If you want to find out any more information on joint tenancy, please do go onto our Wise Up website to find out all the details.